Mahatma Buddha says that the human body is the secret to good health. Therefore, do not mourn the past. Do not worry about the future. Wisdom is to live honestly in the present, but most of us do not know how to live in the present because they do not want to live. They are concerned about their past. They worry about the future. You should worry about the future that is to come, and if you can live in the present, try and see your mind and your body will become completely healthy. Once you start living in the present, you will not feel any pain from the past, nor will you have any worries about the future. Instead, the breaths you take in the present will also give you joy and happiness that you have never felt before. If you believe in Mahatma Buddha, then listen carefully to these divine teachings. Watch this video until the end. Otherwise, you will regret it later. Invest your precious time here instead of wasting it on useless short videos, and you will get to learn something new. This story today is going to give us knowledge that after listening to it completely, you will learn to live in the present, leaving your past and future behind. So, the story begins with a person who was very sad and troubled. He was sitting on a rock on a mountain and crying. While he was crying, a Buddhist monk happened to pass by. Seeing him cry, the Buddhist monk went to that person and started talking to him. The person asked, "If you think I am planning to jump from here and end my life, then you are absolutely right. But what difference does it make to you? It's my life, and I can do whatever I want with it." The Buddhist monk said to that person, "If you are still hesitating to take action, then what good does it do to cry here?" Hearing this, the person becomes furious and says to the Buddhist monk, "Look, Maharaj, whatever I came here to do, I will do it, but there is no need for your interference." Saying this, the person starts crying uncontrollably. Then the Buddhist monk asks the person, "All right, tell me, have you left everything behind? Have you brought anything with you?" In response to the Buddhist monk's question, the person says, "I have left everything behind. I have nothing, and if I have anything to lose, then what will I do by living?" Hearing this, the Buddhist monk says to that person, "If that's the case, why are you carrying this burden on your head?" Surprised by the Buddhist monk's words, the person asks, "What burden am I carrying? My hands are empty, and I don't have anything." That's when the Buddhist monk says, "Even your breath is not flowing properly. You have come here to leave this world and cry your heart out. A person with nothing to lose never does such things. Why would he cry?" Hearing this, the person becomes even more enraged and says to the Buddhist monk, "What do you mean by that? Why does the Buddhist monk say that to him? Have you ever tried to look within yourself? How much burden have you carried? How much weight are you carrying on your shoulders? How long will you give these burdens? Unload these burdens here and lighten up a bit. How long will you remain trapped under these burdens?" As soon as the person heard all these words from the Buddhist monk, he immediately fell at his feet and joining his hands said, "Guru Dev, nobody has ever understood me until now. From here, many people came and went, but no one ever said these things to me. You have read my mind to the extent that even my family couldn't understand me, but you understood me completely in one go." The person goes on to say many things to them. "Can you solve my problem?" The Buddhist monk says, "Where is the problem?" The person says, "It's at my home. Come with me and tell that to the person. The problem is not at your home." That person says, No, Gurudev, the problem is at my home. Come with me once and see that." Buddhist monk, while explaining to that person, says, "The problem is not at your home, but it is within you. Have you ever tried to look within yourself? All the problems are within you. Until you solve them, you will only see problems everywhere, all the time. And if the problem is at home, what are you doing on top of this mountain? You were saying that you have left everything behind. My own home, my family, my close relatives. And if you have left all these things behind, then your problem has also disappeared there. So why are you so troubled?" Hearing all these things from the Buddhist monk's mouth, a person says, "Guru, you are right. I understand your words. The flaw is within me. I am not capable of any work. Whenever I try to do something, I mess it up. Everything I touch turns into a mess. I have never done any work properly. My luck is just bad." Hearing all these things from that person, The monk started smiling and said to that person, "Well, it seems that you have bad luck. Tell me, what is wrong with your luck?" Then that person said to the Buddhist monk, "Guru, I wanted to do business, and for business I needed money. So I took some money from my family and started a good business with that money. But my business couldn't last long. In the beginning, my family supported me and everything was going well, but gradually I started experiencing losses in my business. Seeing all this, my family became angry with me and distanced themselves from me. I wanted to do good business, earn good money so that I could take care of my family and provide them with all the comforts and conveniences they desire. I was doing everything for them, but those people couldn't understand me and blamed me for everything. I also feel that I made a mistake because I have a friend too, and he also started a business with me. But look at him, his business is doing very well. Whenever he comes to my house, he talks about his successful business. He always keeps saying how he established and managed his business on his own and took it to great heights through hard work. Hearing all this, my family also tells me, "Look, son, he is a true friend. He has taken his business from one level to another, and you have lost our invested capital. You caused us a loss." My family always tells me that I am incapable. Listening to these taunts, I was very distressed. So I took loans and started a new business, but even there I faced setbacks, and my business completely failed. Now the situation has come to the point where even my house is mortgaged. Now you tell me, what should I do? Then the Buddhist monk says to that person, "Well, you know why your friend used to come?" That person says, "Yes, I know it very well. He used to come to show me down in front of my family. He used to criticize me and show that he is much better than me in business. He is superior and wants me to feel sad seeing his success. I feel tormented and troubled." That's when the Buddhist monk says to that person, "Did you really feel sad seeing his business?" "Yes, I felt sad when he succeeded in his business and mine failed. It hurt me and I felt jealous. I regretted and suffered." That's why the Buddhist monk says to that person, "That means you would be happy if your friend also fails. If his business collapses, you would be pleased." Hearing this, the Buddhist monk smiled again and said to that person, "This means your happiness depends on your friend. If he wants, he can make you happy, and if he wants, he can make you sad because you cannot be happy or sad on your own. You have already become a slave to your friend. And if that's the case, there is no solution to your problem because your happiness and the pain of your suffering depend on the behavior of others. Your actions have not changed anything for you. Neither can you be happy nor sad through your actions. I cannot provide a solution to your problem." That's why that person tells the monk, "Please don't say that, Guru. I have a lot of hope from you because you are the one who understands and knows the pain inside me. You know it, you understand it. I humbly request you to give me the solution to this problem." Then the Buddhist monk says to that person, "When we become dependent on others by attaching expectations to them, we completely rely on others. If I don't show you any path, then you will continue to be unhappy. You will keep crying like a sick person. But if I tell you a way, I may help you find a solution to your problem. However, remember one thing, to feel this despair." Now that person says to those Buddhist monks, "Oh Venerable, you are absolutely right. I am not running my own life, but my relatives and friends are running it, which is filling my life with happiness and sorrow. But I have one question here. When I started my business, my intention was to keep my family happy, to give them those comforts and joys. So is it wrong to think about my family? I was doing everything for my family, but after incurring losses in business, even my family left me." Upon hearing this, they started smiling, and that person said, "What's there to smile about? Did I ask any wrong question?" They never called him a Buddhist monk. Every person expects consolation when they make a mistake, and you also desire the same. Everyone wants to be praised when they do something, and when we don't receive praise, it hurts us deeply. It wounds our hearts. And that's when we start thinking that everyone in this world is selfish. Everyone wins for their own gains. Everyone works for their own interests, and everyone stays with us for their own purposes. But if you consider someone as your family and want to do something for your family, then why do you feel like you're doing it for others? You are doing it for yourself. If you think you're doing it for others, you will remain unhappy throughout your life. And when you realize that you're doing it for yourself, you will experience a strange happiness, and you will always be content. And as long as you keep working on your tasks to make them better and excellent, you won't need anyone's consolation. That's when that person tells those Buddhist monks, "Oh Guru, I understand your words now. Until now, my fate was in the hands of others. They used to paint it with colors of happiness or sorrow as they wished. But since I will hold my destiny in my own hands, whether it's good or bad, I won't accept defeat." Finally, that person says to the Buddhist monks, "Oh Guru, I understood all your words, but can you give me something that can support me during the worst times of my life, that can accompany me?" Hearing this, the Buddhist monks give that person a small box and say, "This is very close to me, and you should keep it close to you. It holds a secret that can free you from the biggest sorrows, it can rescue you from the gravest calamities, and you should only open it when you feel there's no way out, when you feel everything is meaningless. Whatever I have said is also meaningless. This world is also meaningless, where even living is meaningless." Saying this, the Buddhist monks hand over the box to that person and then leave. That person brings the box home and starts a new business. This time, he doesn't accept defeat in his business, and his business flourishes. Because of his successful business, his family also comes back to him. He had now attained all the comforts and pleasures. He no longer cried over the past nor worried about the future. He focused on making his present even better. But time always keeps changing. Just as bad times don't last forever, good times don't either. Once again, a good phase had come to an end in his life. The neighboring state had attacked the state he lived in and destroyed it completely. His business had also been completely ruined. He started facing hardships with his family. They had to flee from one place to another, to the point where he didn't even have money for food and drink. Due to hunger, his parents lost their lives, but he continued wandering with his wife and 2 young brothers who were also sick, and he had no money for their treatment. Then he started realizing that all of this was in vain. What is the purpose of living this life? This whole world is futile, and all the things those beggars told me are also useless. Today I have nothing left. Today I have no purpose to live. The things those beggars said have lost all meaning. Ultimately, life is meant to end, so why live and strive to achieve heights in life? What is the point of achieving success? Even my existence feels futile now. If I had gathered the courage at that time and given something to this life and my body, maybe today I wouldn't feel this despair. He didn't have to witness all this and be completely disillusioned. He was completely shattered from within. He was contemplating all this when his gaze fell upon the box given by those Buddhist monks. There was a note inside the box that said, "The beginning of your new life can come from anywhere. You may have a gold coin or not, but if you have the courage, you will definitely do something." After reading that note, hope surged once again in his heart, and he regained his courage to strive for those heights in his life once again. In a world that frequently emphasizes kindness, sympathy, and understanding, the notion of not being gentle with everyone may seem counterintuitive. Nonetheless, Buddhism presents a profound perspective on this matter. Gautam Buddha, the enlightened sage who established Buddhism over 2 millennia ago, imparted invaluable wisdom that transcends mere politeness. His teachings delve deeply into the essence of human relationships, inner serenity, and spiritual growth. In this exploration, we will inspect the profound teachings of Gautam Buddha and comprehend why, at times, it is vital to go beyond gentleness and embrace a more nuanced approach to life. At the age of 29, Gautam, the profound teachings of Gautam Buddha, embarked on a spiritual journey to seek answers to the fundamental questions of existence. Why we suffer, and how we can attain lasting happiness and inner peace. After years of intensive meditation and self-inquiry, he achieved enlightenment under the Bodhi tree in Bodh Gaya, India. From that point on, he became the Buddha, the Awakened One, and began sharing his insights with the world. Buddha's teachings revolve around the 4 Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path. These fundamental principles form the foundation of Buddhism and offer profound guidance on how to navigate the complexities of human existence. The 4 Noble Truths. The 4 Noble Truths are the cornerstone of Buddhist philosophy. They provide a clear framework for comprehending the nature of suffering and the path to liberation. Let's explore these truths and their relevance to the idea of not being gentle with everyone. 1. The truth of suffering. Buddha's first noble truth acknowledges the existence of suffering in the world. He recognized that suffering is an inherent part of human life, encompassing physical pain, emotional turmoil, and the discontent that arises from constantly desiring more. While being gentle with everyone may temporarily alleviate some forms of suffering, it does not address the root causes of suffering. Gautam Buddha encourages us to confront suffering head-on, acknowledging its presence in our lives. By doing so, we gain clarity and insight into the nature of suffering, allowing us to find effective ways to transcend it. 2. The truth of the cause of suffering. The second noble truth identifies the cause of suffering as attachment and craving. It is human nature to seek pleasure and avoid pain, but our attachment to these desires leads to suffering. Being excessively gentle with everyone can be a manifestation of attachment and a desire for approval or validation. Buddha teaches us that letting go of attachment and craving is the path to liberation from suffering. This does not mean becoming emotionally detached, but rather developing a balanced and compassionate attitude towards others. 3. The truth of the cessation of suffering. The third noble truth offers hope by asserting that the cessation of suffering is attainable. It is possible to overcome suffering by eliminating its root causes, attachment and craving. When we cease clinging to external validation or the need to please everyone, we free ourselves from the cycle of suffering. 4. The truth of the path to the cessation of suffering. The fourth noble truth outlines the Eightfold Path, which is the path to liberation from suffering. This path encompasses ethical conduct, mental discipline, and wisdom. While being gentle with everyone might seem like a virtuous quality, the Eightfold Path encourages us to cultivate discernment and wisdom in our interactions. The Eightfold Path consists of 8 interconnected principles: right view, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. The middle way and setting boundaries. Often associated with Buddhism is the principle of finding balance and avoiding extremes. In the context of not being gentle with everyone, the middle way encourages us to strike a balance between compassion and discernment. Gautam Buddha himself exemplified the middle way throughout his life. Before his enlightenment, he had lived an indulgent life as a prince, and then he experimented with extreme asceticism. Neither extreme brought him the answers he sought. It was only when he found the balance of the middle way that he attained enlightenment. In our interactions with others, the middle way suggests that we should neither be excessively gentle, enabling harmful behavior, nor excessively harsh, causing unnecessary suffering. Instead, we should approach each situation with discernment, understanding when to be compassionate and when to set boundaries. Compassion versus enabling is one of the key concerns when it comes to not being gentle with everyone. Buddhism teaches us that true compassion is not about enabling harmful behavior or sacrificing our well-being for the sake of others. True compassion involves a deep understanding of the causes of suffering and a commitment to alleviating that suffering through skillful means. The parable of the raft. The parable of the raft beautifully illustrates the concept of not being gentle with everyone when appropriate. This parable highlights the temporary nature of Buddhist teachings and the importance of letting go when they have served their purpose. In the parable, a traveler crosses a vast river with a makeshift raft constructed to get to the other side. After reaching the other shore safely, the traveler leaves the raft behind, understanding that it served its purpose in helping him cross the river. The lesson of the parable of the raft teaches us that Buddhist teachings, like the raft, are meant to be tools for crossing the river of suffering and ignorance. They are not meant to be clung to indefinitely. In the same way, our approach to not being gentle with everyone should be adaptive and context-dependent. Sometimes, being gentle and compassionate is like the raft, helping others navigate their difficulties. However, there are situations where holding on to excessive gentleness becomes a hindrance. In such cases, we must let go of our gentleness and adopt a more discerning approach to guide ourselves and others toward liberation from suffering. The middle path in action. 1. Setting boundaries. One common area where the middle path is crucial is in setting boundaries. While it is important to be compassionate and accommodating, It is equally important to establish clear boundaries to protect our well-being and maintain healthy relationships. In a Buddhist setting, boundaries are not seen as a lack of compassion but as an act of self-care and wisdom. 2. Dealing with harmful behavior *. When faced with harmful behavior from others, the middle path encourages us to respond with wisdom and compassion. This may involve addressing the behavior directly, offering support for positive change, or seeking professional help when necessary. It is essential to avoid unnecessary harshness and refrain from enabling harmful actions. The parable of the mustard seed. The parable of the mustard seed revolves around a grieving mother who has lost her child. Overwhelmed by grief, she seeks out the Buddha for help. The Buddha agrees to help her, but with a condition. She must bring him a mustard seed from a household that has not experienced death. Eager to relieve her grief, the mother embarks on her quest, visiting numerous households. However, she soon realizes that every home has experienced death, and there is no mustard seed to be found. She returns to the Buddha with a newfound understanding of the universality of suffering. The lesson of the parable of the mustard seed teaches us that suffering is an intrinsic part of human existence. Everyone experiences loss, pain, and sorrow at some point in their lives. In the context of not being gentle with everyone, this parable reminds us that gentleness alone cannot eradicate suffering. Gentleness may provide temporary comfort, but it does not address the deeper existential questions and challenges that all individuals face. Instead, the transformative power of wisdom and understanding, as exemplified by Buddhist teachings, offers a more profound and lasting solution to the human condition. The art of skillful means. Buddhism recognizes the importance of skillful means in guiding others toward enlightenment. Skillful means involve using appropriate methods and strategies based on the unique needs and conditions of individuals. In the context of not being gentle with everyone, skillful means are essential for effective communication and compassionate guidance. 1. Tailoring compassion *. Not being gentle with everyone does not mean being consistently rigid or uncompassionate. Instead, it requires a nuanced understanding of each person's situation and needs. Skillful means enable us to tailor our approach to offer the right balance of support, guidance, and boundaries. 2. Recognizing individual differences *. Each person is unique, and their paths to happiness and well-being differ. While some may benefit from a gentle and compassionate approach, others may require more direct and assertive guidance. Skillful means recognize these individual differences and adapt our interactions accordingly. 3. Empathy and active listening *. Skillful means also involve active listening and empathy. By deeply understanding the experiences and emotions of others, we can respond with greater wisdom and compassion. This approach allows us to offer meaningful support and guidance without compromising our well-being. Embracing impermanence. Impermanence is one of the fundamental truths in Buddhism. It teaches us that all things, including our emotions and relationships, are subject to change and transience. Understanding impermanence is essential in the context of not being gentle with everyone. 1. The impermanence of emotions *. Our emotions are ever-changing, often influenced by external circumstances. Being excessively gentle or harsh in response to our emotions can lead to instability in our relationships. Recognizing the impermanence of emotions allows us to respond with equanimity and wisdom. 2. The impermanence of relationships *. Even the closest relationships in our lives are impermanent. People change, circumstances change, and relationships evolve. Understanding impermanence allows us to appreciate the beauty of each moment, while also being prepared for the inevitable changes that life brings. 3. Letting go *. Impermanence teaches us the art of letting go. It reminds us that clinging to rigid notions of being gentle with everyone is futile. Instead, we can approach our relationships and interactions with a sense of openness and adaptability, allowing them to naturally evolve and transform. Mindfulness and self-compassion. Mindfulness is a central practice in Buddhism, involving cultivating awareness of the present moment without judgment. Mindfulness and self-compassion become our allies in the journey of not being gentle with everyone. 1. Self-compassion *. Mindfulness encourages us to extend compassion to ourselves. In the quest to not be excessively gentle, we must remember that self-care and self-compassion are essential. Being mindful of our own needs and emotions allows us to maintain inner balance and avoid burnout. 2. Non-judgmental awareness * mindfulness also teaches us non-judgmental awareness of our thoughts and emotions. When we encounter challenging situations or difficult people, mindfulness enables us to observe our reactions without immediately reacting. This pause allows us to respond with greater wisdom and discernment. Cultivating equanimity. Equanimity is one of the Brahma Viharas or divine abodes in Buddhism. It involves maintaining mental and emotional balance in the face of life's ups and downs. Cultivating equanimity is especially valuable when striving to not be gentle with everyone, as it helps us remain composed and compassionate in all circumstances. Let us remember that not being gentle with everyone is not a call for harshness or indifference. It is an invitation to embody true compassion, a compassion rooted in wisdom, understanding, and a deep desire for the well-being and liberation of all beings. As we embrace the middle way, we honor the timeless wisdom of Gautam Buddha and strive to bring greater peace and harmony into our lives and the world. In the end, it is the balance of gentleness and discernment that leads us to the true heart of compassion. A compassion that transcends fleeting emotions and brings lasting peace to ourselves and those around us. May we all walk this path with open hearts and enlightened minds. Conclusion. As we come to the end of this Zen journey, I invite you to become an integral part of our religion knowledge community. If you found inspiration in this story, support us by hitting the like button, sharing it with your friends, and leaving a comment below with your thoughts or any Zen stories you'd like to hear next. For more moments of motivation and tranquility, don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell. Your engagement fuels our journey. Thank you for walking this path of wisdom and enlightenment with us.
What if the day you were born holds the secret to becoming a millionaire? Sounds intriguing, right? Could it be that the alignment of the stars and the numbers in your birth date set the stage for your financial future? Welcome to our channel, Mindful Wisdom, where we explore thought-provoking topics that challenge the ordinary and dive into the extraordinary. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss our fascinating discussions and insights. In today's episode, we're diving deep into numerology and astrology to uncover whether your birth date could be a cosmic clue to achieving financial success. If you're ready to explore this exciting concept and see what the stars have to say about your journey to wealth, let's get started. For centuries, humans have looked to the skies, seeking meaning and guidance from the celestial bodies. The belief that the stars and planets influence our lives is rooted in ancient traditions, with astrology and numerology playing a significant role in cultures across the globe. Astrology has been practiced for thousands of years, from the Babylonians mapping the constellations to the Greeks linking them to mythological stories. Numerology, too, has a rich history. Early civilizations believed that numbers hold mystical significance. Pythagoras, the ancient Greek philosopher, famously connected numbers to deeper meanings, suggesting that they could reveal secrets about the universe and perhaps our own destinies. These ancient practices didn't just offer guidance for personal growth. They were also used to predict events, understand personalities, and even forecast wealth and success. In many cultures, it was common to consult astrologers and numerologists before making significant decisions, such as starting a business or embarking on a journey. Today, we may not rely on these practices as heavily, but the fascination with the cosmic connection remains. So let's explore how your birth date might be more than just a number. It could be a clue to your financial journey. So, how does numerology work? And how can it possibly predict your financial future? The key lies in understanding the concept of life path numbers. Numerology is the study of numbers and their symbolic meanings, suggesting that each number carries unique vibrations and energies that can influence our lives. To find your life path number, you start with your full birth date and reduce it to a single digit, Here's how it works. You add together all the digits in your birth date. For example, if you were born on June 20th, 1990, you'd add 6 for June plus 2 plus 0 for the 20th plus 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 0 for 1990. This gives you 27. Now you add 2 plus 7, which equals 9. In this case, your life path number would be 9. Each life path number is associated with certain characteristics, personality traits, and even career tendencies. Some numbers are linked to creativity, others to leadership, and some to innovation. Numerologists believe that by understanding your life path number, you can gain insights into your potential for financial success and discover the best paths to pursue your dreams. Now that we know the basics, let's dive deeper into how these numbers might be connected to becoming a millionaire. Ready to find out if you're on the path to prosperity? Let's go. Now that you know how to calculate your life path number, you might be wondering how this connects to wealth. The idea behind numerology is that each number has unique attributes, and these attributes can influence your chances of financial success. Let's take a closer look at what your birth date might say about your path to wealth. Some numerology experts suggest that certain life path numbers are more closely linked to prosperity. For example, those with a life path number of 1 are known for their leadership skills and determination. These individuals tend to be entrepreneurs or innovators driven to achieve their goals. It's no surprise that many successful business leaders have this life path number. On the other hand, life path number 8 is associated with ambition, power, and a strong desire for success. People with this number are often drawn to careers in finance or business, where they can leverage their talents for leadership and strategic planning. This combination can lead to significant financial rewards. Life path number 9, while often focused on humanitarian efforts, can also be a path to wealth. These individuals are driven by a sense of purpose and a desire to make the world a better place. When they align their passion with a business or charitable endeavor, they can create both social impact and financial success. Of course, these connections are just possibilities, not guarantees. Numerology provides insights, but the journey to wealth depends on many factors, including hard work, perseverance, and the ability to seize opportunities. Let's delve deeper into specific birth dates and see what they might reveal about your potential for financial success. Born on the 1st, 10th, 19th, or 28th. These dates fall under life path number 1, associated with leadership, innovation, and determination. People born on these dates are often driven to succeed with a strong desire to carve their own path. They might be entrepreneurs, trailblazers, or anyone who thrives on competition. If you're in this group, your ambition could be your greatest asset in building wealth. Born on the 2nd, 11th, 20th, or 29th. This cluster corresponds to life path number 2, indicating diplomacy, cooperation, and harmony. Those born on these dates often excel in teamwork, making them excellent collaborators. They may find success in partnerships or careers that require strong interpersonal skills. If you're here, your ability to connect with others could open doors to financial opportunities. Born on the 3rd, 12th, 21st, or 30th. Life path number 3 is all about creativity and communication. People born on these dates are often artistic, expressive, and full of innovative ideas. They might excel in creative industries like entertainment, writing, or design. If you're part of this group, your creativity could be the key to unlocking wealth. Born on the 4th, 13th, 22nd, or 31st. These birth dates align with life path number 4, representing discipline, organization, and hard work. Those in this group tend to be reliable and excel at building strong foundations. They often find success in fields that require structure and attention to detail. If you're born on one of these dates, Your persistence could lead to financial stability and growth, born on the 5th, 14th, or 23rd. Life path number 5 is characterized by a love of adventure and change. People born on these dates are often adaptable, energetic, and crave variety. They might thrive in careers that offer travel, new experiences, or dynamic environments. If you're one of these individuals, your flexibility and adventurous spirit could lead to diverse and potentially lucrative opportunities. Number 5 is associated with adventure and freedom. People born on these dates are often risk-takers, drawn to careers that allow them to explore and experiment. They might thrive in sales, travel, or entrepreneurial ventures. If you're in this group, your willingness to take risks could lead to substantial rewards. Born on the 6th, 15th, or 24th. Life path. Number 6 signifies compassion and responsibility. Those born on these dates often excel in roles that involve caring for others, such as teaching or healthcare. If you're part of this group, your sense of responsibility and empathy could guide you towards success in professions that value these traits. Born on the 7th, 16th, or 25th. Life path number 7 is about spirituality and introspection. People born on these dates are often deep thinkers, seeking knowledge and understanding. They might excel in fields that require analysis or research. If you're in this group, your quest for wisdom could lead to unique financial opportunities. Born on the 8th, 17th, or 26th, life path number 8 is known for ambition and power. Those born on these dates are often drawn to business and leadership roles. They seek success and are willing to work hard for it. If you're part of this group, your ambition could drive you toward wealth and prosperity. Born on the 9th, 18th, or 27th. Life path number 9 is all about compassion and humanitarianism. People born on these dates often have a strong desire to make a positive impact on the world. They might excel in careers related to charity, social work, or non-profits. If you're in this group, your passion for helping others could lead to a meaningful and prosperous life. While numerology offers intriguing insights into the possible connection between birth dates and financial success, it's important to recognize the challenges and risks that come with the journey to wealth. No matter what your life path number suggests, achieving financial stability requires dedication, discipline, and smart decision-making. One common challenge is the temptation to overspend. Some birth dates are associated with a love of luxury and an enjoyment of the finer things in life. While treating yourself is great, it's crucial to keep a budget and manage your finances wisely to avoid falling into debt. Another potential risk is the pressure to achieve success quickly. The path to wealth is rarely a straight line. Setbacks and obstacles are inevitable. If you're too focused on instant success, you might miss valuable learning experiences along the way. Remember, numerology can guide you, but it's ultimately your hard work, persistence, and sound judgment that will lead to lasting success. Stay focused, be patient, and embrace the journey. As intriguing as numerology is, it's important to approach it with a dose of realism. While it's fun to explore the potential connections between birth dates and wealth, there's no solid scientific evidence that these links are definitive. Wealth is influenced by a multitude of factors, including education, environment, access to resources, and individual effort. Numerology can be a source of inspiration, providing a unique perspective on your personality and potential strengths, but it's not a guarantee of success. The real path to wealth involves hard work, perseverance, and smart financial planning. The stories of successful people often involve setbacks, failures, and a lot of determination. It's essential to remember that wealth and success are not just about cosmic alignments, they're about your actions and choices. Another caution: relying solely on numerology can lead to unrealistic expectations or even poor financial decisions. If you're making important choices about your career or finances, it's best to consult professionals and do thorough research. Be skeptical of quick-fix solutions and promises of easy wealth. Ultimately, the most powerful force in your journey to success is you. Your dedication, resilience, and willingness to learn will determine where you end up. So, while it's fun to explore numerology, always keep your feet on the ground and focus on building a solid foundation for your future. That's a wrap on our exploration of numerology and the potential connections between birth dates and wealth. We hope you found it as intriguing as we did. If you enjoyed this journey through the cosmic world of numbers, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our next episode. We'd also love to hear from you in the comments. Tell us what you think about numerology and whether you believe it has a role in shaping our financial futures. Have you experienced any connections between your birthday and your journey to success? We want to know your stories. Remember, while numerology can be a fascinating guide, the most crucial factor in achieving success is your effort, determination, and resilience. So stay curious, work hard, and keep exploring new possibilities. Thanks for joining us on Mindful Wisdom. We look forward to seeing you in the next video. In a distant village nestled among rolling hills, there lived a group of young students under the guidance of a venerable master. These eager boys were not only keen to learn about wisdom, but also deeply curious about the qualities and actions they should avoid. One evening, as the sun gracefully dipped below the horizon, painting the sky with hues of gold, the boys gathered beneath a grand old tree. They sat in a circle, their hearts and minds filled with questions about the qualities and behaviors that didn't deserve their respect. A boy named Lisa spoke up, saying, "Master, we have learned much about the qualities that make a person wise and virtuous. But can you guide us on the qualities and actions we should steer clear of, those that don't deserve our respect?" The master, with his tranquil presence, nodded and began to share his wisdom. "Respecting someone is about acknowledging their positive qualities and virtues," he began, "but it's equally crucial to comprehend what should not be respected. Let me illuminate you on the 10 qualities or actions that should not command your respect. The first quality that deserves no respect is arrogance. Arrogant individuals carry themselves with an inflated sense of self-importance. They believe they are superior to others and often look down upon those around them. This sense of superiority blinds them to the valuable lessons they can learn from their peers and even from life itself. Arrogance can lead to isolation, as others may find it challenging to connect with or relate to someone who constantly exudes an air of arrogance and superiority. This isolation can be detrimental, as it prevents them from experiencing diverse perspectives and gaining a deeper understanding of the world. Moreover, arrogance hampers personal growth. When one thinks they already know everything, they are less likely to seek new knowledge or accept constructive feedback. True wisdom comes from a willingness to acknowledge that there is always more to learn and room for improvement. Arrogance is a quality that should be avoided because it not only hinders personal growth, but also cuts off the potential for meaningful connection and the valuable insights that can be gained from others. The master's students listened attentively, eager to learn more. He went on, "The second quality not to respect is dishonesty. Dishonesty is a quality that one should avoid because it signifies a lack of integrity and credibility. When someone is dishonest, it means they don't tell the truth and often twist facts or events to suit their own interests. This behavior can erode trust and damage relationships in a significant way. When a person is dishonest, it becomes difficult to rely on them or believe what they say. Trust is a fundamental pillar of any healthy relationship, whether it's between friends, family members, or colleagues. When dishonesty is present, trust is compromised, and the foundation of the relationship weakens. Dishonesty not only affects trust, but also has a broader impact on the community and society at large. It can lead to a culture of deceit and dishonesty, making it harder for people to work together effectively, leading to misunderstandings, conflicts, and a lack of cooperation. Honesty is a virtue highly regarded and respected. Honest individuals are seen as reliable and trustworthy. Their words and actions align with truth and integrity, which fosters strong bonds and healthy relationships. Therefore, dishonesty is a quality that should be recognized and avoided, as it undermines trust and the very fabric of our social connections. The third quality that deserves no respect, the Master continued, is selfishness. It's an undesirable trait that we must recognize and strive to avoid. Selfish individuals have a tendency to put their own desires and needs above those of others. This self-centered behavior often results in harm to the people around them and, more broadly, leads to a lack of harmony and cooperation within their communities. To delve a bit deeper into this concept, selfishness can manifest in various ways. It might mean someone who refuses to share, always insists on having their way, or constantly seeks personal gain without considering how it affects others. When we encounter selfishness in others or recognize it in ourselves, it's important to understand the negative consequences it can have. Selfish actions can erode trust and create conflicts, as they demonstrate a lack of concern for the well-being and feelings of others. In the long run, a community or group that tolerates and respects selfish behavior is likely to suffer from a lack of unity, cooperation, and genuine caring for one another. Therefore, by identifying and avoiding the respect for selfishness, we can contribute to a more harmonious and considerate world where people prioritize the collective well-being over their individual desires. The Master's words resonated with a profound sense of wisdom as he continued. The fourth quality that one should not respect is cruelty. It is important to understand that cruelty refers to actions and behavior that deliberately inflict harm upon others, often causing significant pain and suffering. You see, compassion and empathy are qualities that should be extended to those who are in need, those who may be experiencing hardships or difficulties. These virtues reflect our capacity to understand and share the feelings of others, and they are qualities that deserve respect. On the other hand, cruelty stands in stark contrast to compassion. Cruel individuals intentionally engage in actions that bring about harm, whether it's physical, emotional, or psychological. This deliberate infliction of pain is morally wrong and ethically unacceptable. In the pursuit of wisdom and virtue, it is vital to recognize that cruelty has no place in a virtuous heart or a wise mind. Instead, we should strive to cultivate kindness, empathy, and compassion, for these are the qualities that lead to a more harmonious and just world. So remember, cruelty is a quality that should never be respected, and we should always seek to promote understanding, empathy, and kindness in our own lives. Continuing his lesson, the wise master moved on to the next point, stating, "The fifth quality that should not be respected is laziness." When we talk about laziness, we're referring to individuals who lack the drive and motivation to make the most of their abilities, and in turn, fail to contribute positively to society. Respect is a precious sentiment that should be reserved for those who consistently and diligently put in the effort. Now, let's delve a bit deeper into this concept. Laziness is essentially a reluctance to exert oneself or a consistent avoidance of work and responsibility. It's not merely a momentary desire to relax or take a break, those can be healthy and necessary, but rather an ongoing habit of neglecting one's duties and ambitions. When we respect individuals, we acknowledge their virtues, efforts, and contributions. People who embody hard work and dedication are often those who drive progress, inspire others, and create positive change in their communities. On the other hand, those who exhibit laziness tend to squander their potential and, by extension, miss opportunities to make a meaningful impact on the world. To respect laziness would be to endorse a disposition that runs counter to the very values that make individuals and societies prosper. It's not about disregarding people who might be temporarily resting or recharging. It's about recognizing that respect should be primarily directed toward those who exhibit the determination and commitment to reach their full potential and contribute constructively to the greater good. Continuing with his teachings, the Master's voice remained steady and composed as he addressed the next point. The sixth quality that should not be respected is close-mindedness, he said. Individuals who exhibit this trait tend to shut themselves off from considering different perspectives or new ideas, and in doing so, they hinder not only their own personal growth, but also the progress of their communities. Open-mindedness, on the other hand, is a virtue that promotes understanding, creativity, and unity, while close-mindedness is a trait that obstructs these essential qualities. He went on to explain in great depth, close-minded individuals are often unwilling to entertain ideas or viewpoints that differ from their own. They create mental barriers that prevent the exchange of knowledge and the exploration of diverse thoughts. This can lead to stagnation and a lack of progress, both for the individual and the collective group they are a part of. In essence, close-mindedness closes the door to potential growth and enlightenment. Conversely, open-mindedness is a quality that fosters the free flow of ideas and promotes a spirit of learning and cooperation. When people are open to new perspectives, they can engage in constructive discussions, solve problems more effectively, and adapt to changing circumstances. This openness enables them to embrace the richness of diversity, learn from others, and build stronger, more harmonious communities. The Master advised the young boys not to respect close-mindedness, as it stifles growth and hampers the positive progress of both individuals and their communities. Instead, they should aspire to cultivate open-mindedness as a valuable quality that leads to greater understanding, collaboration, and personal development. The Master continued, "The seventh quality to avoid respecting is envy. Envy is a deeply ingrained emotion in some individuals. It's when you harbor bitterness or discontent towards others' successes, possessions, or advantages. This feeling can be a destructive force in one's life, leading to negativity and hampering personal growth. Let's delve a bit deeper into this notion. Envy often arises when we compare ourselves to others and find ourselves lacking in some way. It can be a painful emotion because it not only makes you resent someone else's good fortune, but also robs you of your own joy and contentment. When you allow envy to fester, it can lead to a host of negative consequences. It can strain relationships, as envy often makes us act in ways that are unkind or unsupportive of others. It can also undermine your self-esteem and confidence, as constantly measuring yourself against others can make you feel inadequate. Moreover, envy can be a significant barrier to personal development and growth. It distracts you from your own goals and aspirations, as you're too preoccupied with what others have achieved. Instead of using their success as motivation, envy can turn it into a source of frustration and self-doubt. In essence, respecting envy means recognizing its toxic nature and making a conscious effort to steer clear of it. Instead of allowing envy to control your thoughts and actions, it's better to channel your energy into self-improvement, setting your own goals, and celebrating the successes of others without resentment. This path leads to a more positive and fulfilling life, devoid of the negativity that envy can bring. Master's students listened intently, absorbing the wisdom of their master. They left that evening with a deeper understanding of what actions and qualities to avoid respecting in their lives. With this knowledge, they were better equipped to navigate the path of wisdom and virtue. As the students absorbed Master's teachings, they felt a profound shift in their understanding. They knew that avoiding these 10 qualities and actions was just as crucial as embracing wisdom and intelligence. With this knowledge, they left the gathering that evening, their hearts lighter and their minds clearer. In the days that followed, the students began to implement the wisdom shared by Master into their lives. They found that by not respecting these negative qualities, they created space for personal growth, compassion, and understanding. Their bonds with one another deepened, and they felt a renewed sense of purpose. And so, the teachings of the Venerable Master continued to inspire the students, guiding them on the path of virtue and enlightenment. If you found this story inspiring, don't forget to show your support. Please hit the like button, share it with your friends, and consider subscribing for more moments of motivation and tranquility. Your engagement fuels our journey, and together we can walk the path of wisdom and enlightenment. Thank you for being a part of our community.